Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mike Gravelin coming to you from Chicago as usual. And I've got fun stuff today. We're going to kick it off in Bay County, Florida. We've got a little street racing in California, and then we have a trip to Wisconsin. So let's get this party started, shall we?
What's she doing? Stop texting me. Let's go. Yo, I act like I'm not important.
Okay, this judge is a hoot. He might rub some people the wrong way, but I absolutely love him. He's got a little refrain. It's fairly subtle, and he says, "Don't make me change my mind." He drops it on a few of these defendants, and you'll see. One of them tests him on it.
Say your name. I don't have any glasses on.
My name?
Yes, sir.
Melvin Brown. Mr. Brown, before the court charge domestic violence battery, you understand the charge?
Pardon me, I have hearing aids on. It's hard to understand.
Do you understand what you're charged with?
You understand what you're charged with?
Yes, I guess.
Okay. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Unclean hands.
You got a copy of your paperwork?
Yes, sir.
Did we tell you your rights today?
I can't
I know you're fine. You're fine.
I can't read it. That's over my glasses.
Remember us saying you have the right to remain silent? So on and so forth. Remember all that?
Oh, yeah, okay, yes, I do. Yes.
Okay. Based on your application, I find you do qualify for the service of the public defender's office.
I feel sorry for this guy. He doesn't know where he is. I don't know what he did, but he claims to not have a record. I don't think he does, and he doesn't know what's up.
I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you've got an attorney now. I've given you an attorney.
He gave you an attorney, okay?
No, I don't have it.
He just gave you one.
I gave you one.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
He gave you an attorney, okay? I don't have one. He just gave you one. Then guy's like, "Oh, thanks."
Deputy criminal history?
No history, sir.
That's what I think. Pre-trial release, no contact with the alleged victim. Court date's going to be September the 23rd at 8:30.
All right.
We'll just go ahead and take him back.
Okay.
Yeah, take him out. You getting out today, okay?
Okay, so this is Bay County, Florida. As far as I know, I think the biggest town in that county is Panama City. If anybody knows who this judge is, please tell me in the chat or in the comments.
Be out this afternoon. We're going to get your shoes. Your pink shoes.
Bigots in the house. Love it.
Got it? All right.
You just might. You'll see.
Ms. Piazza, can you be any happier?
I don't think I should say what I'm thinking right now, honestly.
Wake up. Come on. Wake up.
You read that one too?
I ain't
I
read
did.
any of them. We ain't read these things in years. I don't read them.
My bad. I'm sorry.
One over there.
Because you don't even want to know today. State your name.
Hardy?
Ms. Hardy, you're full court charged with theft of medication. You understand that charge?
No, sir, I understand the charges, sir, but I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't know until last night. We also read the report. I've never took this. She sells fentanyl to me. And so I've never taken, I didn't even know about this. So
Okay, well, let's not admit to any felony while we're on the record, okay?
yes, sir.
Did you see him full face palm? Let's not admit any felonies. It's your first appearance here. He just can't get it through to him. Oh, it's like the rest of the country.
Well, I'm saying,
Good,
like, I
solid
don't-
legal advice that I'm not supposed to give you.
Sir?
Okay, you're good. You're good, Ms. Hargan. All right. Based on your application, upon you do qualify for the service of the Public Defender's Office, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you.
Yes, sir.
Friday yet? No, no. Deputy Criminal History, please don't.
Come on now.
Please. No.
I think they got it for the VOP too.
I
Did
don't
we-
have to be observation.
Did you show that?
Definitely not.
Okay. This year,
Good.
paraphernalia, tampering with evidence, possession of meth, 17 grand theft auto, controlled
Okay,
substance,
good.
theft.
Bonds 2,500. Court dates October the 31st at 9 o'clock for random UAs. All in here.
Okay.
Don't change my mind.
Step,
Don't change my mind.
next, Clark,
I got to stay out Pimpcast. That's just nothing but trouble for me.
step on the red X, face the TV, state your name.
Krishana Clark?
Ms. Clark, fully court ordered forgery, uttering forged check, and grand theft. You understand those charges?
Yeah.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advice of your rights. Is that true?
Got a copy of your paperwork? Were you advised of your rights today?
Yeah.
All right, ma'am. You got an attorney here present for you. I'm going to give him an opportunity to speak.
Fauna, Miss Ray, she's a resident here, Panama City for about a year. She lost here, obviously. I believe she has some immigration that she's working on.
They don't have an ice hole, do they? That we know of?
Not yet, not yet.
Yeah.
We'll do an oral vote here, so
Sure.
on behalf of Attorney Joel Mumford,
Okay.
the attorney she's hired, so I'm saying.
We got a criminal history?
No social to confirm.
All right. On the forgery bonds, 2,500. The uttering forged checks, 2,500. The grand theft is 2,500. Court date's going to be October the 17th at 9 o'clock. No contact with the alleged victim. Good luck, ma'am. Thanks, sir.
Wait. Step over on the T behind you. Turn around. Yeah, when the light comes on, sign. Next. Nah, it should be ready. Step on the red X. State your name.
Ready, you fully court charged driving under the influence of property damage or injury. Do you understand those charges? I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Got a copy of your paperwork?
I do.
Were you advised of your rights today?
All right. You've indicated you're going to hire your own attorney to represent yourself. Is that how you're going to proceed?
I will hire an attorney.
Excellent. May I be the first person to wish you a happy birthday?
Thank you.
And you don't even come close to breaking our top 5 for the 2-week cycle yet with the 189. Deputy, criminal history?
No history, sir.
Pretrial release, court date's going to be Friday, September the 23rd at 8:30. Report to the pretrial release office after court on Friday.
Okay, wait. Step over to the T. Look down. When the green light come on, sign. Okay, state your name, ma'am.
Ms. Slay, you're fully court charged driving under the influence with a person under the age of 18 in the car. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir. I just was going to say, I've been in the Hubble House for 65 days, a rehab treatment facility, and I'm just hoping that I could get out to go back to my program.
Okay. All right. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir, it is.
Based on your application, if you do qualify for the service of the Public Defender's Office, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
Yeah, 16 meth with intent less than 20. Everything else was from 98 to 2006 with VOPs through 11 meth and cents.
That's your 7-year-old? What's in the car with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it was. I didn't get into the thing. I stepped out of my vehicle. That's what happened. My door was broke and I was out of the vehicle. But still, yes, it's bad. I get it.
Don't talk about your case, okay?
Okay.
All right, Miss Slay. I'll set your bond to 5,000. That's probably missing a zero from what I normally do.
I literally don't know who that woman is, but occasionally, just no matter who she is, just occasionally having someone step in and tell the defendants to shut up is a good idea.
Your court date's going to be September the 23rd at 8:30 with random UAs as directed by your court and not to possess or consume alcohol. Good luck, ma'am.
Step to your right to the T.
Okay.
When the green light comes on, sign next.
1:23. At 1:30.
Rex. Face the TV. State your name.
Jamie Zambrano Morales.
Ms. Morales, before the court charge cruelty to animals. Do you understand that charge?
You understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
Well,
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
got a copy of your paperwork?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
Based on the application, finds you do qualify for the service of the Public Defender's Office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you. Any question about that?
He gave you an attorney. She has no history.
All right. Bond set at 2,500. Court date's going to be September the 23rd at 8:30. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Step over to the T. When the green light comes on, sign next. Next. State your name.
Ms. Grimes, before the court charge a burglary of a dwelling or structure.
Here
You
it
understand the
comes.
charge?
I didn't even go in the house.
What's that?
I didn't even go in the house. I don't even know this person.
I thought you were dating. Oh, no, that's somebody else. That's the arresting officer, I think.
Are you know Robert Sullivan?
You really gonna do this?
Ma'am, do you understand the charge? I'm not asking if you admit to the charge. I'm asking if you understand what they've said you did.
I do.
Okay. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir. And I was wanting to know why I couldn't get FTA or a pretrial release.
I don't know. I haven't made that decision. You already think I'm not going to let you out on pretrial release?
No,
Yes.
sir, Judge Dan.
Okay.
That's the prosecutor just pipes in with a yes after he asks a rhetorical question. I love it. You'll see why.
I hope you would, because my sister is expected to see me and my family. My mom's really sick, and I came here back to Florida just to see my family.
Where'd you come to Florida from?
I just left Alabama.
What part of Alabama?
I was in Bruton.
I love Bruton. Bruton's beautiful. When it's not flooded.
It was a very pretty place, but I left there to come visit my family.
Put my right name on there. I got family in Monroe County, so I mean, we're good. So, deputy, criminal history?
Georgia, 22 burglary, Kentucky, 22 resisting, dealing in stolen, public intox, FTA, Illinois, DUI times 221,
Illinois.
DUI, Texas, DUI 19,
Texas.
resisting in Alabama, criminal mischief in Florida, 21, locally here, battery in 18.
Ms. Grimes, I really need to explain to you why I'm not going to let you out on pretrial release?
We all know I have a history, but that has nothing to do with
Okay.
this case.
No, you're right. Two things, two separate things. You're right. Absolutely right.
I just want to see my mom
25,000.
before she dies, okay?
What's that?
I just want to see my mom before she dies.
I want you to too. Bond set at 25,000. Court days November the 7th at 9 o'clock. No contact, directly, indirectly, or through the public.
25,000?
Yeah, you allegedly went to.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. isn't it?
25. You mean 2,500?
No, I mean 2,500 with a bond. 25. $5,000.
That's so dumb.
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's stupid.
You're gonna get a copy of this $2,500. Yeah, you're going
Here,
down.
no, ma'am. You're right. It is crazy. Let's change that. Bond's 50,000.
It's gotta go out and come back because he just redid. Oh, my goodness. What's that?
I like that. Don't you do?
Community, I can hold it without bond,
What's that?
but that would be over the top.
There you go. It's back.
Even for me.
Next.
She knows, and she's like, that wasn't a good idea.
At least take the SEC.
Give me a mask because I already see what type of day this gonna be. Station name.
Mr. Richardson, you're full report charge of violation of probation for a paraphernalia charge. You're also full report on possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, upon that you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender representative. Any question about that?
He gave you a public defender.
All right. On the BOP, you're held without bond. Your court date is October the 12th at 1:30. On the meth, your bond's $5,000. The paraphernalia, $1,000. Your court date is November the 17th at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, he's cool.
Good luck, ma'am.
Step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, son. Red X, ma'am. State your name.
Cynthia Martin.
Ms. Martin, you're fully court charged with possession of Alprazlam and possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand the charges, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Got a copy of your paperwork?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
All right. You're fine. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you. Any question about that? Deputy Burnett.
Nothing says 14. And that was control sub.
Stop.
Okay. You ever talk to me like
Don't
that
try to get
again?
me. Don't try to get me.
He let me out, I wouldn't.
Pre-trial release. Be at the pre-trial release office between 9 o'clock, before 9
He
o'clock.
let me out. I
Random
wouldn't.
days. Court date is November the 17th at 9 o'clock.
Right. Step on the T.
Y'all keep trying to talk me out of it.
On the T.
Oh, yes.
It's because it
When
makes
the
no
light
sense
comes
to the T,
on,
doesn't it? You stand on an X and they say go to a T. If they told you to go to a
Next.
Y, it makes sense. If they told you to go to a V, it makes sense. But an
He
X
gave you a
to
pre-trial
T
release, but if
makes
you
no
kept
sense.
talking, he was gonna stop you.
Got you. Okay.
Next.
Do I need to sign it?
Yes.
Okay.
On that record.
Red X, ma'am. State your name.
Caitlin Jones.
Ms. Jones, you're fully court charged with possession of cocaine, possession of paraphernalia, and a violation of probation. For what? What's the charge? It's 2162.
It's possession of cocaine,
Yes, ma'am. We got it. Thank you.
and she was recently modified on it, Judge.
All right, Ms. Jones. Based on your, I find that you do qualify for the service of the Public Defender's Office. Based on your application, I am going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Your bond is $5,000 on cocaine, $1,000 on the paraphernalia, and you're held without bond on the BOP. Your court date on all these cases will be November the 17th at 9 o'clock. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Step to your right to the T. When a green light comes on, sign. State your name, ma'am.
Eileen Salas.
Sorry, you fully court charges for driving under the influence, resisting officer without violence, and battery on a law enforcement officer.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
He was telling you what you
charged
were
with?
charged.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true? Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the service of the Public Defender's Office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you. Any question about that?
He gave you a public defender.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. Your Honor, I did have a question, if I may.
Sure.
I was kind of curious how that pre-trial first-time offense fails program works.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to qualify for that?
Yes, you
Since
were.
it is my first offense in my whole 35 years of life?
I don't know. You decided to batter a law enforcement officer. That's kind of a step up than we normally do. But let me ask the deputy, criminal history.
She has no history, sir.
You don't know how disappointing it is that you said that, because that was a perfect setup for you, Cambro. If you've ever had a setup, that was it.
I'm not doing it today. I put the mask on because I'm not going to be with that. Mm-mm.
You are doing it today. You do qualify for the pretrial release program. So I'm going to release you on pretrial release. Your court date's going to be October the 17th at 9 o'clock. You need to report by before 9 o'clock to the pretrial release office and not to possess or consume alcohol while you're on pretrial release. You understand that?
Affirmative.
Good luck.
Thank
Step
you.
to your right to the T. When the light comes on, sign. Next.
Late.
Red X. State your name, ma'am.
Rachel McFall.
Ms. McFall, you're before the court on a violation of probation for possession of controlled substance, fleeing, eluding, and possession of meth. You understand those charges?
Yes, the charge is violation of probation, correct?
Yeah, for those underlying charges.
Yes, yes.
Been ordered held without bond. Your court date is November the 9th at 9 o'clock.
Step
Okay.
to your right. Oh,
I
yeah.
thought this was a bond hearing.
This is a bond hearing. The judge already set your bond. Good luck.
Thank you.
Step to your right to the T.
Good one.
When the light comes on, sign. Next. Red X, state your name.
Miranda Criswell?
Ms. Criswell, you're before the court charged of violation of probation for a battery on a law enforcement officer. You understand the charge?
No, I have no new charge.
No, do you understand why you're here?
Oh, yeah, for a VOP, a violation of probation.
Yeah. All right. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the service of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Judge Gay and her infinite wisdom is where you held without bond. Your court date is November the 9th at 9 o'clock.
November 9th at 9 o'clock. My court date? Thank you.
Step on the T. Next. State your name, ma'am.
Sabrina Hunter.
Ms. Hunter, you're fully court charged of possession of cocaine, resisting officer without violence, possession of paraphernalia,
No
and
north.
violation of probation in front of Judge Stevenson. You understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, once you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you've got an attorney now. I'm going to set monetary bonds on the cocaine, $5,000. The resisting without is $2,500. Paraphernalia is $1,000. You've been ordered held without bond on the VOP. Your court date is going to be October the 31st at 9 o'clock. I don't know if I mentioned this. That is Nick Saban's birthday. Ms. Bamber, did you know that?
Bye. Hush it. Next.
You don't like Nick Saban?
I like everybody, actually.
I just got a roll tide over here, and you are over here bad-mouthing me.
I'm not ever gonna say that. You never heard that in the whole time.
I am so salty. We hurt one quarterback, and you get all that's not shake.
Hater. State your name, ma'am.
Ms. Smith, before the court on an in-state warrant, it's about failure to appear for a worthless check out of Leon County. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, ma'am. So Leon County authorities request the honor of your presence. We're going to honor that request, hold you for Leon County, and ask the Bay County Sheriff's Office to contact Leon County and get you back up there as soon as possible. I'm going to have you returnable to a first appearance judge here in Bay County if you've not already been transported before, I'm going to say September the 30th, because I'm an optimist. I was born that way, I guess.
Step to your right to the T. Excuse you?
You're a pessimist.
He's talking to me. Next. September the 30th. He giving it September 30th to pick you up. Step on the T.
When you call
Step
yourself
on
a
the T.
realist,
And that
that's
light
all
come on,
pessimists
son.
say.
Next. Rockford.
No, we shifting over.
Step on the red X.
Shifting over.
State your name.
Chase Rockford.
Rockford, full court charge of driving under the influence with property damage and leaving the scene of an accident. Obviously. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir? All right, so based on your application, you make too much money to qualify for a public defender, but the law recognizes your financial situation may change, in which case you can reapply later. Deputy, criminal history?
No history, sir.
Mr. Rockford, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to the custody of your parents, the first thing you do is you apologize to them for having you down here.
Oh,
You understand?
yeah, I've already planned on it.
Yeah, well, you do it. Your court date's going to be September the 23rd at 8:30. You're not to possess or consume alcohol while you're on release. You got any questions?
No, sir.
You're lucky. Because it could have gotten a lot worse.
All right, step to your right. When the light comes on, you'll sign next. Red X, state your name.
Josh Cryer. Mr. Cryer, you're fully court charged with violation of probation for a petty theft. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
You've indicated you're going to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. Is that how you're going to proceed?
Well, as far, I guess so, yes, sir.
Okay. Bond's already set at $5,000. Your court date's going to be October the 12th at 1:30. Good luck, Mr. Cryer.
Step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, sign next. Red X, state your name.
Johnny Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, you're fully court charged resisting officer without violence. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Sir.
You got a copy of your paperwork?
Oh, yes, sir.
Were you advised of your rights today?
Yes, sir.
Based on the application, I find you do qualify for the service of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deb, criminal history?
He has a parole hold. August, no,
Okay.
what's this one?
Well,
August
let me-
controlled
Let me put a
substance.
$1,000 bond on him for that parole hold because he can't make bond anyway. So, Mr. Taylor, I'm going to put $1,000 on you. The truth of the matter is, even if I release you on your own recognizance, we're not going to let you out. You understand that, right? So this is just going to give you an opportunity to get credit on this charge while you're sitting in jail on this, waiting for your court date, which is going to be September the 23rd at 8:30.
His court date September the 23rd. Set to your right to the T. When the light comes on, sign next. Red X, sir. Face the TV. State your name.
Mr. LaPlante, you're fully court on failure to appear for arraignment for a domestic violence battery. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, if you do qualify for service of the public defender's office, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
Yes, sir.
Deb, the criminal history, Mr. LaPlante? No, it's preset. Don't tell me. Don't even tell me. Bond set at 1,500. No contact with the alleged victim. Court date's going to be September the 23rd at 8:30. Yes, don't change my mind.
Step to
Just
your
how I
right to the
said
T. Step on the T.
Hi, this is Jack with the Sovereign Citizen Patrol, and he asked me to ask you to hit like and subscribe. He'd like some belly scratches.
Okay, on the matter of Salvador.
Okay, in between here, that I was just too much fun. That was all the call I got. I literally didn't even edit it. That call was so fun. But the highlight was, of course, the woman who told him he was ridiculous setting bond. All right, I got a couple other clips, and I think Ben might be coming on because he just texted me because I was going to ask him about the Kim Blandino situation real quickly. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I was just trying to get him a link. This right here is a little clip we have. It's out of California. You'll just have to indulge me. It was for street racing. It's actually really straightforward. He's represented and everything goes down smoothly. I just wanted to know what the penalty for street racing was going to be.
Sundays. He is present. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Oh yeah, Judge Villalobos' mic is pretty hot.
With his attorney, Mr. Munoz. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And Ms. Reyes here for the people. Looks like we have a resolution. Give me a moment to look through the Mills form here. let's see, we've tightened up our terms here. We were looking at an appropriate term for the stay away from sideshows, and I think the term that's written here is exactly appropriate.
I don't know what the stay away from sideshows is. I have no idea. If someone has a clue what he's on about, please tell me.
So that's good. The court notes that the trial rights have been given and waived. Sir, do you understand that if you're not a citizen, you could be deported, denied naturalization, or excluded from admission pursuant to the laws of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court accepts your plea of no contest to count 1 and finds you guilty. Is time waived for sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Before I proceed, I guess I just do have a question. Is there any such thing as legal street racing?
I'm not sure.
I don't think there is, but to tighten it up, why don't we say illegal street racing? Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to do that.
Makes sense.
So it's ordered that you will be on deferred sentencing for a period of 6 months. I think we're going to come back on March 21st, but let me double check that date. I think that should probably be a Tuesday. Could we check March 21st?
Is Your Honor.
It is? Okay, thank you. March 21st, 2023. Is that a date convenient to you, counsel?
It is, Your Honor.
Thank you. At 8:30 in the morning in this department, it's ordered that you have no new law violations, that you not be a participant or spectator at an illegal street race, that you complete the PES level 1. Is that life skills course? Is that what that is?
Driver safety.
Driver safety, the PES driver safety course. And is restitution at issue?
I do not believe so, Your Honor. It is a.
Okay, any other terms I neglected to impose?
That would be all, Your Honor.
Anything further, Mr. Munoz?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
And sir, do you accept, well, I guess it's not probation. We'll just say that we'll see you back on that date and time for your sentencing. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If we can vacate trial.
Trial date is vacated.
Okay.
I'll give you the paperwork right now. Just
Go to PES within 14 days to get signed up.
He needs to sign up within 14 days.
Within 14 days. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a great day, Counsel.
We will go on the record in the matter 22 CF 215.
Okay, this is a good juxtaposition with the last one where everything went smoothly. I thought it ended up being pretty light, but that's what you get when you get represented and shut your hole in front of a judge. You get a good result. That's what you get. So this guy is here, and it's a first up, and he's sort of representing himself for this hearing only, and he does a really good job until it goes sideways. I don't know why I found it fascinating.
State of Wisconsin versus Tori Leesdahl. The state appears through Assistant District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. Mr. Leesdahl appears by video conferencing in custody at Burnett County Jail. We're set today in this matter for an initial appearance. Mr. Leesdahl, you are here without an attorney. You applied for a public defender and you are eligible. However, an attorney is not here to represent you. I can either continue with your initial appearance and you can represent yourself at least as to this hearing, or I can set it for an adjourned initial appearance, and hopefully the public defender's office will be able to appoint somebody to you and to your case by that date and time. Do you wish to proceed with the initial appearance yourself, or do you wish to have this set for an adjourned initial appearance?
I continue with myself.
All right. So, Mr. Leesdahl, you were served a copy of that criminal complaint, correct?
Yes.
Did you review it and read it thoroughly?
Yes.
And you were charged with 2 counts. 1 count of possession of methamphetamine as a party to a crime. It alleges on September 10th, 2022, in Burnett County, Wisconsin, as a party to a crime, you did knowingly possess methamphetamine, a Class I felony. Upon conviction, you may be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 3.5 years or both. Further, the court may suspend the driving privileges for not less than 6 months, but no more than 5 years. Do you understand that count in the maximum penalty?
Yes.
Count 2 is possession of drug paraphernalia. It alleges that the same date, the same time, the same place, as a party to a crime, you did knowingly possess with the primary intent to use pipes and needles to inhale and inject a controlled substance, which is a misdemeanor. Upon conviction, you could be fined not more than $500 or imprisoned not more than 30 days in the county jail. Further, the court may suspend your driving privileges for not less than 6 months, but no more than 5 years. Do you understand that count in the maximum penalty?
Yes.
Do you wish to have a formal reading, or do you waive that? Do you understand what's alleged in that in a probable cause section? What's saying basically why you were.
Hello. We're going to interrupt that. We've just got a guy on a first appearance there. We'll watch the rest of it. He they just, and he says, I'll handle it myself. Just till the attorney's appointed. He's doing okay because he's a regular. He gets charged a lot, right? And then it just goes sideways.
I was watching earlier before I had the technical. The lady that had the rap sheet a mile long, and then she's like, "Why is it $25,000?" Well.
Oh, she said that's crazy. He's like, I agree, that is crazy. Let's go 50.
Oh, he did? Oh, I cut it off. I didn't see that. He faced it. Nice.
Yeah. All right. People are going to ask. I happen to know because you and I had a chat, so I already know this, but say it. It'll just be easier if you say it. There's a certain former client of yours.
Yes.
His name is Kim. I won't say the last name so that no one will know who I'm talking about, okay?
All right, yes. Be our secret.
It'll be our secret. But apparently he got himself in some hot water. And he's got court, I believe, tomorrow. And inquiring minds, because I suggested it and I was wrong, but inquiring minds want to know, are you involved in this?
No, I am not. So fortunately, when I withdrew in July, I was done. So I know that I guess tomorrow I bumped into the prosecutor who said that he had filed Mike Dickerson, that he was filing a motion, I guess, to revoke his probation because Kim hadn't signed his probation agreement.
All right, so I knew this. You said this yesterday. You just bump into Dickerson, but you're just going about your day. You're not like on this case.
No.
You're like in court or filing something or doing whatever attorney stuff in Nevada there.
Right.
And you bump into Nickerson and he's like, here's something you got to know.
Yeah, well, I asked him, I said, hey, when's your hearing? Because I know he was, to preface that what I was saying, he did this motion to have his probation revoked. And I said, hey, is that hearing this week? He's like, yeah, it's Thursday. He says, but, like upstairs right now, Kim's in custody. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, apparently he got arrested on some traffic charges. So I ran up there.
He gets pulled in.
Saw the hearing just because I was curious,
He's up tomorrow in front of Judge Levitt, who you tried the case in front of.
Right, and that is for his probation revocation. And I know, so this was Tuesday, so he got picked up. Let me look him up. The charges are, I don't want to misstate them, but they're 2 traffic charges, and there's one sort of a felony charge of a false document. I guess when they searched his vehicle, he had, you missed the Blandino circus. Yeah, missed it like a toothache there. But yeah, it's just so bizarre. Like this turn of events, you couldn't have predicted it. But let me just look up real quick. Sorry, absolutely. I know this doesn't make for great content here. Me looking up stuff.
Yeah, it does. Computer. Yeah, it does. Because Law Talk with Mike is the most awesome here. We've got Ben Blandino on, the one and only. I mean Ben Blandino, Ben Bateman. That was bad.
I've been called worse. Don't worry, I'm not offended. So in the Las Vegas Justice Court. So he has one charge of possession. So a resident operating a vehicle without Nevada vehicle registration and driving without a valid driver's license. And then another is possession of ID or information for false status, occupation, license, or identity. That's the felony charge.
Okay, so the charges are no registration, no license. Those are 2 traffic, that's traffic code stuff.
Those are misdemeanor
the document
stuff.
thing, that's an issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's I mean whatever in Illinois those two the two, and I think every other state, two would be in the traffic code and the others would be in the criminal code. There's a difference between those things.
So yeah, and so the so that's what he had court, when was it, on Tuesday, I believe it was, and yeah, it was Tuesday or yesterday. And he wanted to represent himself. He went there and told the judge there in Justice Court that he wanted to represent himself. He has now Joe Gerson. I don't know if you remember him. He's the one that came in to do the appeal when I withdrew at his sentencing in July. So Joe was there because the Office of Appointed Counsel just told him. I spoke with him. He's like, yeah, they just said just to go. And so he's going to help him with this case. But as of now, Joe is attorney of record because the judge. So what happened? I was there at the hearing, and Mr. Dickerson was there, and it showed him if you recall, back in December, Judge Levitt revoked his right to self-representation. There was a lengthy order, and he presented that to the judge there at the hearing. So the judge is like, look, I'll hear the arguments. I want to read this, and I want to consider that, take my time. Come back. Can you come back Thursday? And I'm like, well, we're kind of busy Thursday. We've got the that's when they've got the case or the hearing on the motion to revoke his probation, because apparently he didn't sign his probation agreement paperwork or something. So Mr. Dickerson's like, look, if he's not going to sign it and agree to it, the alternative is prison. Now, to be fair, I don't know I know that he had filed, I think, a motion to stay his probation pending his appeal. And that I don't know the status. I'm assuming it must have been denied. And so they're like, hey, since it's denied, go, you got to sign your paperwork. So he's like, look, if he doesn't want probation, then,
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember. I was there for the. I mean, I was streaming the sentencing, but she gave a sentence and then suspended it and gave him probation, which that sort of deal. But I don't remember what the exact sentence was, like a year or 2 years or something like that. But,
yeah, I don't. I'll have to look it up.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but that's what it reverts to if you're not on probation.
Right. Yeah, they just imposed the sentence. Correct.
Wow.
So
there you have it.
So there you have it. So I don't know if our Nevada judges is covering the hearing tomorrow.
He is. I actually texted Alex when I was finding out about that, and I think he got back to me today and said, because he goes through the channels or whatever and gets approval from the judge and all that.
Right.
So he texted me and said he got approval to cover that hearing. Although he was following it before anyway, so that may have been in the works.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's tomorrow at 10:30 my time, which makes it what, 8:30 your time? It's gonna be first thing in the morning. Oh, I lost you.
Yeah, I believe Judge Levitt starts your calendar at 8:30. Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just lost you. It's just connectivity problem all of a sudden. I don't know. It was good to know. All right. I just heard that, but most of it I can't. All right.
Wait.
Well, let's go back to the clip and hope the connectivity comes back. We'll round it up. It's almost done.
All right.
Are you there? No, see, I still can't hear you. Okay.
Charged
can you hear me?
with these crimes.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
The facts that are alleged. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So you waived that formal reading?
Yes.
And you're still at Lilac Lane?
No.
Can I get an updated address, please?
I'm saying on Midtown Road, but I'm not exactly sure what the address is.
Who are you staying with on Midtown Road?
Gary Half.
Gary Half?
Yeah.
Do you have a telephone number and can you give that to me, please?
My telephone number is 715-566-0988.
All right. May the court send you text message notifications of upcoming hearing dates?
Yes.
All right. Then as to the
Well, that's
misdemeanor,
good.
how do you wish to plead?
Slick.
Not guilty.
Not guilty plea will be entered on your behalf. You are entitled to a jury trial.
I said he does a really nice job for himself until we just wait for it. Just watch the expression. He goes through all this like a pro, honestly, for not being represented. And then she says, all right, you can address bond. And it doesn't even register with him. He doesn't even get it.
I'm
And you would
impressed
be
with
entitled to a
the text notification. I wish our courts did that. I don't know. That's a great idea. Anyway.
speedy trial should you request one. As to the felony, you're entitled to a preliminary hearing. I will allow you to argue if you wish to with regards to bond modification, even though you did not file a bond motion. You may proceed.
All right.
Amir him.
What? No, with Mr. Lisdahl, if you want to argue for bond modification, you can.
Does he know what that means?
I was clean for UA when I took that, and I had my provisional job. I had a couple of jobs lined up, and I was wondering if I could get a substantial signature bond.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Okay, Mr. Schmidt,
What's the cash bond set at?
500.
I guess I'd ask the court to either keep it at a 500 or if it's going to reduce it, still keep some cash. I see that in the last batch of cases he had in Burnett County. The court always had him on a cash bond and that always secured his appearance. At the same time the Burnett County cases were going on, he had a St. Croix County case going on in which he was eventually convicted of felony bail jumping and paraphernalia. I see in that one, after the court amended their cash bond to a signature bond, he failed to appear at the next hearing. Prior to that, his last batch of cases was in 2017 in Washburn, where I see that he had a non-appearance, 2 non-appearances on a signature bond there as well. So I think cash is important for this person, but I don't think it needs to be a lot.
So you think 500 or less?
I think 500, if he's been in custody for a while, I wouldn't object to 250.
All right, I'm going to modify it to $250 cash, Mr. Lisdahl, and that's based upon the number of failed appearances. The state doesn't object to a lower cash bond, but does say that cash would be necessary to assure your appearance with your history. So I will lower it to $250 cash. Hopefully that's something that you'll be able to post. What I can do is I can set you for a preliminary hearing date within time limits. I can schedule you for October 7th at 11.
By the way, I don't know who this judge is, and the same as the one in Florida. If anybody knows, put it in the comments or in the chat. They just don't caption themselves. But this is in Wisconsin somewhere.
11:30 in front of me, October 7th at 11:30 in front of me, okay?
But I did miss my appearances. I did turn myself in by myself.
Yep, and I understand that, and you'll be able to argue for a bond modification again on October 7th if you're unable to post the $250. Hopefully a public defender will be appointed to you before.
I mean, it's just sad. Like it's a $500 bond. They reduced it. The state was nice and said, just give him something. They reduced it, and then he's like, I turned myself in. And it's like, okay, yeah, the bond argument's over. You kind of won. Just scrape up 250.
It's not going to get any better.
Then, okay? Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right. Well, there you have it. Do I have you back?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You know, it was really good, and then it just went out on me.
Okay.
But, everyone always loves to see Mr. Ben Bateman here on Law Talk, and I mean that's a banner day. I heard about that. Everyone was asking me about it. I'm like, oh Lord, what happened here? What happened?
Yeah, this is just.
I
It's
can't.
so bizarre, you know, that he's got the hearing to take away his probation, and now you got this added layer that he gets arrested on traffic offenses. It's just you can't make this stuff up.
You can't make it up.
So I don't know. I mean, now
I'm
with that,
curious. I want to ask you, but I can't. I can't. No, I can't. Like you can't say. I just want to know what you think Levitt's going to do, but I'll ask you privately.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. I think with
I think she's going to
layer of the arrest and the pending charge.
I think she's going to put him in. But I don't know her as well as you do. You tried a case, I mean, you didn't just try that case. You know her otherwise. You've been in front of her a bunch of times.
Yeah, I mean, I think, just based on when you're going through the years of, hey, look, you got to stop filing these motions to disqualify judges. All right. Otherwise, I'm going to revoke your self-representation because this case is stalled. And every time you keep doing it. And that went on for over 2 years before she finally said, all right, I'm revoking your self-representation.
She's no one fused.
I think so it does. So it could be.
But there was a day it was done.
Exactly. So, I don't know. And it's like, look, it's, what do you see? Because before, without this arrest, I think she probably would have said, look, sign it or you're going to prison. Like, that's that simple. Okay. Because he wasn't like, he didn't violate his probation really, other than not signing the paperwork or not being 100% cooperative. It's not, but this added dynamic of a new charge, that's different. That's why I'm just like, man, I don't know. Because they're traffic related things. The ID thing, I don't know. On the police report that I read, it was some kind of diplomatic passport. They found that when they searched the car after the arrest. So he didn't present them. So I don't really know exactly how good that charge is.
And you're just saying that from the police report.
Yeah, that's on the police report.
That's just the charge that's up there. And yes, looked up. Yeah, right. Just that.
Right.
And that for public information,
Correct. So I mean, that's just, what's available publicly. So I don't know, how good of a charge that is, if it's like, oh yeah, it's easily explained away or it's a smoking gun. I don't know. I wouldn't want to speculate. Those are just what the charges are. So I think without this new arrest, I think she probably would have reinstated him and said, look, what's going on?
I'm gonna live stream this thing tomorrow because I'm too curious. So it's 10:30 my time. I'm going to live stream, but I have no idea going in. Like I'm just trying to think. Well, how long does this take? I don't think you do either. Like who knows? This could turn into a 2-hour circus. This could be done in 30 seconds.
Right, and I don't know. Usually, see, Joe who took over, he didn't realize. Usually, we either wait. They'll either tell us usually when we go in, like, hey, we'll call you first because we think this will be quick. Or like we're gonna kind of hold you towards the end of the calendar, so because no one wants to. I've been stuck behind those long hearings, and it's just like, come on, I gotta go, go another one. I just need a continuance, or my thing is short and simple, and you're stuck behind.
No one wants to be called after Kim Blandino, but for for time, for the judge's patience, for everything involved.
Well, yeah, just right. It's like. Okay, we got a motion here that's going to take, an hour and a half, and it's like, So and plus, just even kind of as a courtesy, we either, usually kind of hang back towards the end of the calendar, and so anyway, I don't know. I would assume it might be held towards the end of the calendar. I don't think it's going to go right at 8:30. She'll probably take other business and stuff. So it'll be crazy for sure. I don't know.
You look like you're still working. You're suited up and the whole deal.
Oh yeah, I know. I need to. Well, what time is it? It's not even 4:30 here. I guess I could loosen my tie here. Yes. Well,
I
I
love
got
it.
the mic grab. I'm like, how many buttons do I need to unbutton to get the mic?
I'm glad I said a
That's
standard.
yours. No, that's your signature look. I don't want to steal it. You know, Ascot, a Fez. You got.
Don't worry about it. I stole it from the 70s. It's cool.
I need my own signature look, apparently.
Well, thank you for updating us. That is awesome. It's good to hear it directly from somebody who
bizarre
knows.
twist. It
Yeah.
just is such a crazy twist. I don't know. I worked so hard to keep him out of prison, so I mean, I hope he stays out.
Well, you did.
Can't save him from himself.
You kept him out on your watch. That's all.
Oh, well.
All right, Ben. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go through some super chats. You can hang out if you want, or you can
Sure.
go. It doesn't matter. Let me see here. What did I miss? All right. No, yeah, everyone's calling for a dance. We're not there. There'll be no dancing. Time to dust off the Blame Dino dance. Okay.
Yeah. At the airport.
Oh, thank you, Ron. At the airport, watching Law Talk with Mike. That does something for me. That's pretty cool.
Dedication. Yes.
It is. I'm still recovering from Firecracker. Wow, that was epic. I don't know what you're referring to. But thanks for the super chat. Let me see here. Darwin Jackson. Well, I caught the tail end. Yes, you did. All right, Ann Larson.
I'll talk with Mike Crack.
Okay, I will do. The problem with this is from a YouTuber perspective. I really feel bad whining to the guy who had to try a case with Kim Landino. But from a YouTube creator perspective here, okay, if you're doing these court appearances, you don't know what you're getting into. You don't know. You don't even know if they'll call it. Yeah, it can be on the call and they just like work something out beforehand and it never gets called. You have no idea what's going to happen. But I think this one will make it out.
Yeah. Well, Kim, he is in custody. So, yeah, he's in
so
custody.
where is it?
He'll be there.
When you say custody, are we talking like he's in Clark County?
Yeah, he's in the Clark County Detention Center in the blue.
Clark County Detention Center. You been there a few times?
He'll be there like I say, in custody. I've made visits there. Yes. I always am able to leave through the front door. So yes, I've made many visits there. But so yeah, he'll. So I doubt it's going to get something that's going to be just done beforehand. So
well, I mean, first of all, Kim always showed up to court. I mean, it wasn't a matter of him not attending.
Right.
But
yeah.
he certainly is in custody.
I remember telling him that. I was like, but when he was his own counsel, I was like, the last thing they need to worry about is you not showing up to court. He's never gonna miss an opportunity to be there at court to, argue his case or whatever. I was like, come on. That you're a flight risk or whatever. I was like, no, you would not miss a hearing ever. So,
yeah. So he'll be there.
That guy is always going to be there.
So this is a motion by the state. I guess it would be a probation violation. I mean, it'd be a probation.
Yeah, so I don't know. He didn't even know if it was to revoke his probation or to modify his custody. I don't know exactly how it's worded because he was like, I didn't know. Technically, he's not he's maybe not on probation if he doesn't sign up for it. Is he technically on probation? Like, how do you word it? How do you move the court? Like, revoke his probation, or he's rejected his probation, so impose the sentence. Like, how do you? I don't know.
Yeah,
so
in the civil context, what I would file is what's called a motion to enforce settlement, it's the equivalent of that. It's like all you're doing is you're bringing a motion to the court saying, "Hey, you made an order and nobody listened to it."
Right.
Do you have anything to say about that, Judge?
Right.
I mean, it's
So-
the criminal equivalent of that, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
thanks
I
for
will
having
be
me.
watching. I'm going to have you back on because there's going to be more that we have to process after all this.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be exciting for sure.
All right. Thank you. Good
All right.
night. And thanks everybody for coming out. I will see you all soon.
All right. See you later.